Hello everybody, I just want to make a very short video because something has occurred to me, right? It's been staring us in the face for the last few years, but it wasn't until the Queen died that suddenly the penny dropped. And I just want to say that, we're thinking that a lot of propagandists and grifters out there, they're very sad at the Queen dying. And I'm not saying that all of that isn't genuine. I'm just saying that part of that sadness might be down to the fact that a lot of them across the entire planet have just realised that potentially, they have just lost one of the most lucrative revenue streams that they have to their disposal. Allow me to explain. Her Majesty, King Charles III, will be like a pound shop version of the Queen, like it or not. There he is, using different pronouns to her. How dare he? And having a love for the environment and trying to combat climate change. Well, the good news for grifters is that will be permanently pushed to one side forever, so he can be 100% neutral from now on. This will please the gammon no end. However, this won't be enough for them to love him as much as they loved or pretended to love Queen Elizabeth II. So, therefore, I predict the royal family in general will just plod along, very quietly, largely being ignored by the media, apart from things like when William and Kate just leave the house. That's completely different. Or when King Charles shakes the hand of a veteran or does his Christmas message. That's going to get a lot of coverage as always. But in general, compared to what the Queen sort of coverage she got, it's going to be minute. Okay, that's my prediction, the first one. Which is weird, because if you think about it, if you remember Prince Charles, obviously before he was king, he got more abuse from gammon for being environmentally aware and wanting to do something about climate change than Prince Andrew got for being a paedophile. Yeah? So with that in mind, it's the same for Meghan and Harry. They get more abuse than anyone's ever seen in their lives. Somehow they are worse than the bloke who fucks child sex slaves. That's the position we are with propaganda in our country and across the world in 2022. I know. So, my point is that it will be interesting to see how much gammon attacks King Charles and the rest of the royal family from this point on. I'm going to make my ultimate point in a second, but first let me say the Queen, she can do nothing wrong, okay? Nothing is her fault. You know, she represents Britain. Everything about her is great. She's British. People don't like saying that she also represents colonialism, the empire, imperialism, and all this kind of stuff. The way that we have other countries in the world with our flag just in the corner of them are in ways that are just horrible to think about, right? But no, we're not going to mention that now because she's dead. Have some respect. And also, let's gloss over all the horrible things. When anyone in the royal family did anything bad, the media would attack that person from the royal family. She would never, ever see any blowback whatsoever, despite being like giving birth to an actual paedophile. It's nothing to do with her. We're not even going to mention it. In fact, we're never mentioning him at all in the media just to be safe. We don't want to upset her at all. So it'll be interesting to see how much the media attacks Meghan and Harry on that basis. The media, gammon media especially, pretended that Meghan and Harry hated the Queen. Right? Rather than Meghan and Harry hated the media because the media hated Meghan and Harry. And they used the pretend hatred of the Queen as a stick to regularly beat Meghan and Harry with, right? Also, so that at the same time they could be quietly racist and misogynistic about one of those two people, sometimes loudly be racist and misogynistic if you work for the Daily Mail, okay? But now the dad of Harry is in charge of the royals, and he has become the untouchable royal like the Queen was untouchable. Dare the gammon media risk mocking the son of the untouchable king whilst the untouchable king is on the throne? It's a very interesting one, isn't it? Are they going to just go after Meghan alone, which is a really, really bad decision based on everything I've just said, or do they leave them alone? And I think that is possibly what's going to happen. They're going to lose millions and millions of pounds and dollars because honestly, just saying horrible things about a mixed race woman just to make gammon angry is hugely profitable. That's why every single one of them does it, right? There's no other reason to hate her. or them as a couple, you know. Oh, she broke up the royal family. No, no, she didn't. The royal family is still there. They just simply decided to move to a different continent because of all the abuse they got. It's dangerous for them to be here, you know, and it's all because of you, you know. Oh yeah, well, you know, it's all her fault. Well, I'm sure there's two people in that couple and a load of advisors around them saying, do you want to go live in Canada for a bit? Because people want to stab your eyes out for being alive, yeah. Oh well, yeah, no, I've got genuine reasons for hating both of those people, especially her. Oh, Smegan, I heard someone say that the other day, called her Smegan. Um, and what are those reasons for hating them? The well, she always talks about herself, doesn't she? Well, at the moment they've got like this revenue stream that they're making because they're getting paid either nothing or very little from the British taxpayer at the moment. They're off in a different country now making documentaries called like I Am Meghan or something like that. Yeah, she's always talking about herself. How dare she talk about herself on a documentary about herself? Unbelievable, you know? It's really weird because the Queen, you know, she existed and all the royal family exist on handouts and have all their heating and electricity and housing paid for in a very socialist way. But no one gives a shit about that when supposedly they hate socialism. It's very, very two-faced, one-sided, blah, blah, blah. So what are the media going to do about Meghan and Harry? They will have to leave them alone, is my point. Or am I being naive and they're attacking them the same amount or even more now because, you know, the Queen isn't around anymore and it doesn't hurt her fee-fees, the Queen, but they don't give a shit about King Charles. I'll be very surprised if they have the same tactics. Leave your comments on this situation below and you never know, I might make a follow-up video featuring your comments, be they good, bad, or other. Now, talking about comments, if you're going to come along to this video and say, well, I'm really angry about what you said, but I cannot, you know, put into words exactly why I'm angry, and I don't like anything you said, and I think you're wrong, but I can't actually, you know, say verbally in any way why you're wrong. I can't pick up on any of your points or even counter any of the arguments you've made, and I'm going to dismiss everything you said because you're fat. Well, yes, I am somewhat overweight. I'm working on that, and it's not really that much of an insult because I am aware that I'm not skinny anymore. But that you're gonna have to do a lot better than that if you want to have your comment approved. Okay, I don't mind, you know, people arguing me, but they never do. So just put some effort into it, Gammon. All right. To everyone else, yeah, leave a comment below. Do subscribe. If you really enjoyed this, then do pop $1 into my PayPal account. Links are below. And remember to watch my previous video from about a day or two ago called Liz Truss is Woke and She Killed the Queen. It's doing quite well for a small video on a small channel. And somehow YouTube has deemed it to be monetizable. So I'm actually earning money from annoying Gammon. So do check it out. And until next time, goodbye.